It is now my honor to introduce to you Arun Alagappan. Arun is president and founder of Advantage Testing, president of the Board of Trustees of the Advantage Testing Foundation, and co-creator of the Advantage Testing Foundation Math Prize for Girls competition. Arun graduated Phi Beta Kappa from Princeton University and went on to graduate from Harvard Law School, where he served as editor of the Harvard International Law Journal. While at Harvard, Arun was also an instructor in the math department, and he was awarded a Certificate of Distinction for outstanding teaching of undergraduates from the Dean of Harvard College. Soon after, Arun realized that his true calling was as an educator. And in 1986, he founded Advantage Testing. Arun was one of 7 educators featured in New York Magazine's The Influentials, a cover story identifying more than 200 professionals whose ideas, power, and sheer will are changing New York. He was also profiled in the Wall Street Journal for his work helping to find the next generation of leaders who will bring diversity, new ideas, compassion, and a different kind of leadership to institutions. Arun has personally tutored, mentored, and guided thousands of students throughout their academic careers. He has made outstanding tutoring available to thousands more through the Advantage Testing Foundation's partnerships with such programs as LEADA, the Leadership Enterprise for a Diverse America, and Prep for Prep, and through its own flagship programs, our Math Prize for Girls, and Trials, the Training and Recruitment Initiative for admission to leading law schools. So join me in a very warm welcome to Arun Alagappan.
Greetings, everyone. Just this morning, I was talking to a rational number, and she sounded disappointed as her voice drifted. She told me she had wanted to travel to MIT, meander through its space-time continuum, and that she was having a hard time sitting still at home. I asked her why she felt compelled to keep moving, and she replied, "I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Roman numeral." Okay, I fulfilled my quota of corny math jokes for the day. Hi, girls, and thank you for joining us for the 12th annual Advantage Testing Foundation Math Prize for Girls. To begin, I want to thank our director and my good friend, Dr. Ravi Bopanna. His deep commitment for more than a decade has helped our Math Prize grow into the largest celebration of the brightest and most promising young female mathematicians in North America. Thank you to our extraordinary Associate Director, Maria Hamburg, who each year brings her energy and empathy, warmth and wisdom to this multifaceted and uplifting undertaking. Thanks to our Board of Advisors, including Dr. Maria Clave, who in her spare time serves as president of Harvey Mudd College. You'll be hearing from the renowned Dr. Clave in a few minutes. Thanks to our wonderful and brilliant speakers today, Dana Randell and Ioana Dumitriou. And thanks to Michael Sipser, MIT's Dean of Science, Michelle Gomans, head of MIT's Math Department, and everyone else at MIT and the Advantage Testing Foundation for supporting this Math Prize for Girls. As you all know, it has been a disturbing year of deep and mortal challenges. I hope you and your loved ones are safe and sound. But as we negotiate these difficult times, I can't help but recognize that there has also been inspiring news. 4 women just won Nobel Prizes. Louise Gluck won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Emmanuelle Charpentier and Jennifer Doudna won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. And along with 2 other brilliant scientists, Andrea Ghez won the Nobel Prize in Physics for her work in identifying a black hole at the center of the Milky Way. Dr. Ghez is the second woman in the last 3 years to have won the Nobel Prize in Physics. Today, we gather to celebrate the extraordinary accomplishments of women in mathematics. Of course, if we were at MIT, we would be convening in Kresge Auditorium, tapping our feet to and applauding the logarithm's dank beats and dulcet harmonies. Instead, we gather virtually, but the spirit of celebration in our hearts remains vibrant. As you may know, this year's Math Prize for Girls ceremony has been named the Miriam Mirzakhani Celebration of Women in Mathematics in honor of the first woman ever to win the prestigious Fields Medal. After she was awarded the Fields for her work in dynamics and geometry, Dr. Mirzakhani remarked in an interview, and I quote, "Of course, the most rewarding part is the aha moment, the feeling of being on top of a hill and having a clear view. But most of the time, doing mathematics for me is like being on a long hike with no trail and no end in sight," unquote. Now, I really love Dr. Mirzakhani's metaphor for mathematics. She captured nicely that feeling of knowing that a journey can be worthwhile, even if you don't know precisely where you are headed. Let me add that at the heart of mathematical advancement is the willingness to find at each so-called destination a new road to travel. When you refuse to be satisfied with any solution, when each achievement spurs you to the next challenge, you will register remarkable insights, make unexpected discoveries, and reach greater and greater heights. As Dr. Mirzakhani suggests, we all relish the opportunity to shout Eureka at the moment of revelation. But today, we also celebrate the grind, the arduous and sometimes discomforting trek on a path with no clear end in sight. For the voyage itself, for all its lack of clarity, can be achingly fascinating and lovely. Mathematical reasoning takes knowledge, tools, skills, and insight to be sure, but it also takes a special kind of character to set out on the journey at all. And each and every one of you has displayed passion and persistence in your study of mathematics. Remember, intelligence is not immutable. Your intellect is not some unchanging status conferred upon you at birth. Intelligence can be cultivated and nourished with diligence, learning, and practice. And you are all committed to the hard work and exercise that mathematical journeys entail. For years, we've been reiterating at Math Prize for Girls that excellence in the STEM professions will prove vital to the world's future success. Well, by every indication, the future is now, and we, girls, need your help. Now more than ever, it has become clear that the fields that will secure humanity's future, the ones that will not only drive innovation and prosperity, but also sustain our health, safety, environment, and well-being, are science, technology, engineering, computer programming. And all these fields depend fundamentally on math. Along the path of every science, Albert Einstein once wrote, lies the lion, mathematics. Math is at the heart of a majority of historic scientific investigations, profound technological discoveries, and engineering marvels. Dr. Mirzakhani shared another thought in her interview that strikes me as particularly apt in the context of the Math Prize for Girls. She said, and I quote, "I find discussing mathematics with colleagues of different backgrounds one of the most productive ways of making progress," unquote. When Ravi and I first discussed launching the Math Prize more than a dozen years ago, our explicit goal was to help foster a growing community of exceptionally talented female mathematicians. So I've been heartened to witness the camaraderie, mutual respect, and deep affection that has been born of this competition. Each year at this event and in the work leading up to it, you have all established enduring friendships among yourselves. You have found curious fellow travelers willing to walk the road with you. As friends, colleagues, and collaborators, you will be one another's most valuable resource in the years to come. As we celebrate your achievements today, in this ceremony named in grateful memory of one of the great mathematical minds of our time, I urge you to stay the course. As adults, we recognize the potential and greatness in your generation. We know we must continue to nurture and harness the talents of all of our most promising students. And you girls are without question among the most promising. So thank you for all the hard work you've devoted to already attaining a level of mastery only a very few reach in any field. Thank you for joining us and for sustaining the excellence that brought you to this point. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished and all that you have yet to achieve. Now go out there and change the world. Girls, your journey has just begun. Be cheerful, confident, and determined. And may the force be with you.